collaborate, but also to use technological support to create better innovation solutions. Then we come to forward looking. It's also very important for university students because then you can not only knowing what are the current status or state of art, but also to look forward what will be the new things coming. And then, for example, also to foresee what AI will play an important role in the education arena. So inspiring students and also peers to learn about digital skills and promote innovative use of digital means and resources. Okay, very good. So then I would also add a bit regarding digital leader. What does it mean, or what skills are required to be a digital leader? So again, when we talk about digital leadership, we do not only mean it may be related to someone who has a leadership role, but also very important for everyone. If you remember, we talk about mindset, readiness, and so on. So it is important for everyone or to be ready or prepare yourself that can become a digital leader in this digital era. So how you can better communicate, how you can engage yourself as a digital learning, how you can open to innovation, how you can engage in strategical thinking, and also the capability of better adaptability either in a school setting, in a higher education, in an environment, or in a company, and businesses. So as we mentioned, it's very important that everyone, that it does not matter if you're young university students or an academic staff or an academic leader. So being visionary, being agile in decision making, and the data-driven approach is very important. And also for developing digital leadership, it's very important that we can embrace lifelong learning to foster a digital culture and also lead with ethical considerations. I would like to now, because of the time issue, I want to talk about AI because the influence of AI in teaching education, it is really influencing a lot. And we are actually in our teaching and environment. We are also working with AI, and also we discuss our students and also colleagues what AI can transform our education. So we are also bringing changes in our curriculum, in our teaching method. So it's important that we see how AI influence us today and tomorrow, how AI will change future jobs. We will see AI and also automation will replace a lot of repetitive and rule-based jobs. And also we will see a lot of tasks of our current jobs, they will be automated. So you will see there's a large portion of jobs will be automated. But this does not mean that we will, on the one hand, lose or some jobs will be reduced. But on the other hand, we have to think which new jobs will emerge or increase. So meaning that this is a thinking point for everyone, which new jobs will emerge or increase. So this is an important topic for our educators, for us as university teaching staff, and also university decision makers. So which jobs will disappear or reduce, and which new jobs will emerge, meaning that our higher education need to adapt to that. So in higher education, we need to adapt higher education training of students to have our students to be ready for potential new jobs. So that means AI brings a lot of opportunities, of course, at the same time, challenges. It will also become a job creator. So it will create new job categories. For example, AI trainers. This is already coming in my university, for example. We do have an AI experience center and an AI lab, and they are giving training. So meaning that staff members and also new skilled people, they need to engage in AI training to train students, other teachers, and then also companies. So AI trainers, ethical specialists, data scientists, and so on, this will become emerging important jobs. The demand for hybrid skills, meaning with AI, how AI and human collaboration can be improved. So services on how humans can work better with AI. So this will become a new emerging skill requirements. So those people who can better actually work with AI, they will have some advantages also in the job market. Emerging fields, also in terms of more AI specific support, designer, healthcare, diagnostics, and then robotic maintenance, AI-driven security, and so on. So this will become new job requirements or demands. This means that also the upskilling is needed. So meaning that because of the emergence of new type of jobs and categories, so our students, our teaching staff need to develop more critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, also AI literacy. So soft skills will remain dominant for future jobs, and also some STEM and the STEAM skills will remain to be important. And of course, lifelong learning will be essential because we always need new skills and we need to be lifelong learner. So because AI has such important impact on future jobs, so we need to actually develop AI literacy, AI skills, and so on. And this is applicable for business, for governance, for governments, and certainly in education. So in terms of AI literacy, so it's not only we know how to work, but we also need to know what is capability, what you can do, what are the limitations. And it's important that we use AI in our daily life, in our learning, but we also need to know what's the theory, the model behind it, and be aware of the possible constraints and the limitations. So for AI skills for our students, very important, they need to know certain technical skills, but also very important regarding ethical awareness, for example, bias, privacy, and also possible societal impacts. And also students need to have more problem solving, to meaning not to rely on the AI, but also how to use it for problem solving. So in terms of AI literacy for university students, so we need to know how to better use it to support our academic work, including the use for AI for research, for literature review, and so on, but also to prepare yourself in your career preparation. So how it can better transform our education and also other sector. And also, as I mentioned, that there will be new demands for specific AI-related jobs, like knowing how to manage data with AI, also AI in the ethical aspects, and so on. So in terms of building AI literacy, in my university, we are starting to work on this. So how we can improve the AI literacy of teaching staff as well as for university students. So of course, there are different ways, take courses, training, hands-on practices, and so on. So this is because of the timing. Chair, I think I'll have only half an hour time. So to highlight this, how we can further improve the AI literacy of teaching staff and students. This is crucial elements. So coming back to the general topic of digital academic leadership, so I highlighted the importance of digital academic leadership for teachers, but also for students, and also the impact of AI and the use of AI for the development of skills and competencies of our university. So in this way that we can use the new technology, the digital resources and skills, including AI, to empower our students and teaching staff, and to be ready for future challenges. So, dear Chair, that's all for my presentation. If you have any question, or if the audience has any question, I will be very happy to answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Chang Zhu. Very more important your presentation and very more important knowledge in this presentation. Because in my class, more students now. Any questions, dear all? Any questions for the professor? Yes. Okay. Kinga Wilczyńska, please.
Yeah.
Come on.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I have 2 questions regarding your prognosis, because we observe this artificial intelligence expansion, let's say, and also in Poland we are in the middle of the final exams after high schools. So our future students are, going through this experience. And I wonder how you think that examinations, testing should change in the future, because we already have smart glasses. In a while, we will have like smart lenses that we cannot see. So my first question is about your prediction, how this checking of the knowledge should change. And also the second question is related more maybe to the risk related to the artificial intelligence. What do you think, how we can secure future generation so they will have opportunity to develop skills of analytics, critical thinking, because in these times it's really tempting to rely on artificial intelligence, also for adults, yeah, not only students.
Yeah, that is true. Thank you very much for the questions. I think in the first question regarding assessment examination, I do think this is a challenge already for all schools and then also higher education institutions. I see from my university we are also facing the same challenge, and also in some of the programs or faculties we are adopting some transitional and new methodology, because we know doing written exam, especially also writing paper, pose a big challenge. So the oral exam part actually start to play more important role, although we already have a long tradition of oral exam. So meaning to know how students really understand certain concepts, and also in the process of different courses, doing project related work also becomes a more important role. Meaning students need to develop projects and they need to hands-on, because a lot of written work, we know this poses a big challenge. The rate of written work are really having a big influence of the use of AI. So project-based work and oral exams play a more important role. Of course, we will need to see the combination of the different assessment components or the different methods to be combined. For example, if students write something, also to be combined with our exam, and also eventually peer assessment, and also with project output. So they need to deliver a concrete project output plus exam and plus, for example, part of the written paper.
Thank you very much, Professor. In the second question, Ewa Szkodlarek, please, your question.
Thank you. Thank you, first of all, Professor, for sharing such an insightful and forward-looking lecture. I really appreciated especially the way you highlighted both the opportunities and the complexities involved in academic digital leadership within your framework. I'm representing the teachers group, and I do believe that as academic teachers and researchers, we are in a great need of knowledge on how to effectively respond to the challenges of our time, particularly those at the intersection of academic digital leadership and the rapid development of technology. And I'd like to ask you, in your view, what is the most critical competency academic teachers need to develop today to lead effective digital transformation in higher education?
Yeah, thank you very much. Also linked to the second question of the previous colleague who asked, because of the challenges and risks is very important. So in the way that, so now the AI training become very important in higher education institutions. As I mentioned, in my university, we do have an AI lab. They are now providing training for teaching staff and also for university students, because the users quickly adopt, okay, how to use AI tools, ChatGPT, and so on for different things, but they do not have a comprehensive knowledge about it. So giving AI training, an AI literacy training for teaching staff and the university students becomes very crucial. So they know actually how AI works, also what large language modeling works. So need to be aware of what can be a beneficial use of AI, but what are the potential big risks of AI. So we are actually educating our students about privacy issue, about data sensitiveness, and how the data will be used, and what information students can, for example, to put into AI tools, and what information students should not put into the AI tools. Sensitive data, any personal information, also about copyright. Because when we talk about work, like student work, a paper, or other people's work, so they need to be aware of the copyright issue, the IP issue. So what's information, for example, you put a paper or half of a paper into the AI tools, all this data input will become part of the large language modeling, because of course in the AI environment there are some possible customization what a user can use, but maybe basic users, they are not aware of this. So basic users, they're not aware of what you can do, what you know, you can say everything in the AI tool, but okay, there are some customization that you can, but in principle the information you input goes into the large language modeling. So that's why our users need to be very careful about, okay, what you ask, and then also what kind of the information you enter into the AI tool. So this is very, very important. Coming to the teachers, because we also have a lot of discussions among teachers, and also like last year, okay, should schools and universities allow the use of AI? So you have the policy decision, okay, allow the use, do not allow the use, or allow the use, but with guidance and with policy guidelines. So we choose the one of the use is allowed, but with the guidance, okay, with institutional guidelines, because that's more realistic, because teachers using, students are using it. So having clear guidelines become very important. So now, for example, we are developing AI guidelines for student work, for writing thesis, master thesis, a PhD thesis. So our specific AI guidelines for that, and also guidelines for student for research. So for teachers, it's important to also get skills about awareness about the specific skill sets, and including having the necessary digital competencies, but also regarding the awareness of different privacy challenges, safety issues, and also how to use it in a smart way. Although AI gives a lot, but actually there are a lot of specific skills in it. How you can use it, because for example, the prompts designer will become a new type of skill, because the specific prompts you use well, because if you get the same task, your prompts are different, you will get completely different also result. So preparing our teaching staff to know how to work with AI tools, and how to also, for example, develop suitable and appropriate prompts is very important. But of course, in the first place, the awareness, the readiness, and then the preparedness of teaching staff is very important.
Thank you very much, Professor. And the last question, please tell your name and surname, please.
Okay, my name is Zakia Bakari. And my question is like, what skills should like we students take? Like, let's say a student is studying cybersecurity or data analysis, and there's this development of AI. What skills should we like develop and take so like we get to be employed? Because if AI is developed, mean there will be no jobs for people who are studying cybersecurity.
Mhm. Yeah, I think AI, as I mentioned, AI will take over some of the jobs. That's indeed true. But the AI will also create new type of jobs. What I give like example to my students is that like before we do not have an airplane. So after the airplane is created, we all take an airplane. So you fly from here to one place to another. And that means there's new means that emerge. We will embrace this, but it means there are new jobs. We need new pilots. We need safety guidelines to how to fly a plane. We will need to have regulations for airports. We will need to regulations for the airline routes. We will have regulations for the quality standards of different type of staff members. So any new emergence of things, including technology, including the emergence of AI, it will replace some jobs, that's true. And it will have new demands. For example, cybersecurity, then we will need to have new laws, acts, and the regulations about cybersecurity under the impact of AI. So for our students who study in this domain, that's you will need to develop new skills how to work with the new environment. So you will need to develop rules, regulations, and also problem solving of cybersecurity under the influence of AI. And same with data analysts. So data analysts, so you need to have the basic skill, but on top of that, you will need to actually develop your skills in knowing how to work with AI to enhance work efficiency. So in a way, the AI maybe will support you, and actually it is doing so, will help support data analysis, but it will not replace, because it is the scientist will actually knowing what's your research question, which specific data analysis solution you are looking for. So you actually need to work with AI as a tool for you to better analyze. So in a way, it becomes you have an additional tool and assistant to support you, but it will not replace you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Professor, in your answer. Thank you very much in your presentation. Now, continue conference. In the next presentation, Viviana Colombi Evangelista, your affiliation, this is a University of Naples. Viviana, please, the floor is yours. Please, your presentation now.
Hi, hello to everyone. If I can ask a favor, my colleague Ludovica to go, so if she can present for first between us, if it's possible.
Okay, please put your presentation, yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So just a moment.
Okay. Okay, we see, yes.
Perfect. So good morning, everyone. I'm Ludovica Del Barone. I am a PhD student at the University of Salento, and one of my main topic of research is burnout, how to reduce burnout. So I decided today to speak about reducing burnout and to show you some strategies for modern organizations to reduce these health problem in employees, but also, for example, it is very common between young leaders. So Burnout today is not longer just a buzzword. It is a significant challenge, which is affecting productivity, employee well-being, but also the overall organizational health. Burnout is characterized by emotional exhaustion, is characterized by depersonalization, but also reduced personal accomplishment, and it arises from prolonged exposure to workplace stress. In particular, recent research of Professor Arnold Bakker emphasized that the interplay between job demands and resources in a workplace can be a strategy to reduce burnout. So, but let's begin by exploring the concept of burnout in more detail. Burnout is more than just a feeling, than just feeling tired after, for example, a busy day at work. It is a state of chronic workplace stress that has been successfully managed. So it manifests through various symptoms, like, for example, fatigue, but also irritability, but also, for example, disconnection, so feeling detached from work, from colleagues, but also a lot of time from themselves. Prof. Bakker developed a model that is called the Job Demand Resource Model, and it provides a powerful framework to understand what is burnout and how to reduce it. According to this model, so burnout occurs primarily when employees face high job demands. The job demands are, for example, heavy workloads, emotional strain, role ambiguity, interpersonal conflicts, and so employee people face burnout when job demands are higher than job resources. So there is no a balance between these two elements. And job resources are like, for example, I show in the slide, autonomy, clear feedback from this element against the demands. So the demands which are in your job. When job resource missed, so without these buffers, burnout becomes increasingly likely. What is addressing? What is the cost of burnout? So why is addressing burnout so important? The cost of burnout to organizations is very high because it results in decreased productivity. So burnout significantly reduces work output and quality, but it also increased absenteeism. So employees takes more sick days when experiencing burnout, higher turnover, but also lower morale. So the motivation of employees and teams is low. Therefore, organizations must proactively manage and reduce burnout. There are in literature professors, but academics study a lot of strategies to reduce burnout in organizations and in employees. First, they study that enhancing job resources is essential. So organization must cultivate supportive leadership that provide clear communication, consistent recognition, constructive feedback. So research demonstrates that supportive leadership is the key to reducing employee stress and enhancing motivation. Leaders who hopefully appreciate employees' efforts, employees' competencies, offer tangible rewards, significantly contribute significantly to employee well-being. So, for example, regular one-to-one meetings, and also, for example, personalized feedback can reinforce employees' sense of purpose. So, can reinforce also their motivation, their and so their mood, their vibes at work. Secondly, organizations should actively encourage job crafting. Job crafting refers to employees proactively adjusting their tasks, relationships, but also perception to find greater meaning and satisfaction at work. And when employees engage in job crafting, they report a higher job satisfaction. So, and the consequence is obviously reducing stress and the increase of resilience. So organization can facilitate job crafting by providing, for example, flexibility in roles, encouraging employees to pursue projects aligned with their strengths, and allowing team members to lead specific projects they are passionate about can transform their work experience, and so consequently having a higher engagement at work. Then it is important also to cultivate a positive culture in organizations. Organizations should prioritize psychological safety, open communication, but also collaboration. And it is very important because when employee perceives their environment as, for example, psychological safe, they are more willing to discuss issues, so preventing also the escalation of stress into burnout. And so in this case are very important initiatives like team building, but also, for example, open forums, supportive communication challenge. These are all activity to foster psychological safety. Additionally, also promoting work-life balance is very important because employees need clear boundaries between work and personal life to prevent chronic stress accumulation. So it's very important for manager to give employees flexible hours, remote working opportunities, realistic workloads, because all these elements can influence employee well-being, can foster employee well-being. Then is important also to develop and to promote on workplaces well-being programs, like, for example, mindfulness training or mental health support, resilience workshops, also to increase the awareness of employees. Lastly, another essential aspect is also fostering social connection within the workplace, because social support is crucial, and it is a resource in reducing burnout. So employees who maintain strong social relationship at work are better equipped to handle stress and burnout. So the consequence is also here higher job satisfaction, a better experience at work, and a greater emotional resilience. So in conclusion, reducing burnout is an organizational imperative for organizations who wants to achieve sustainable success and resilience. And this model, using this framework, this job resource demand, framework is very important to understand how to reduce burnout in organization and how to work on the employee well-being. So this was my presentation. I don't know if there are any questions or something else. And thank you everyone for hearing my speech.
Okay, thank you very much, Ludovica, in your speech, in your presentation. Any questions? No. Okay, thank you very much. Viviana, can you continue? Okay.
Yeah.
And next, Filomena, Riema, and now, please, Viviana, Columbi Evangelista.
Yes.
Yes, we see your presentation.
See my,
Please
okay,
continue.
perfect. Only 1 moment, please.
Can you open? Yes. Okay.
I can't see my own. Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, it's good.
First of all, good morning. Hello to everyone. I'm Viviana Columbi Evangelista, and I'm a PhD student in organizational studies at the University of Naples Partenope in Italy. And today I'm pleased to share some ideas and early insights from my current research project. The title of my presentation, as you can see, is From Leadership to Flourishing, How Prosocial Job Crafting Enhances Organizational Vitality. As young business leaders, we are called not only to manage, but to inspire, to activate human potential and build workplaces where people feel empowered to grow and contribute meaningfully. My research focuses on this very intersection. So how leadership can fuel well-being, agency, and collective thriving. So let me start with a question. What happens when leadership is not about control, but about trust and autonomy? When employees are not just told what to do, but are encouraged to actively shape their own roles in ways that help others. Me and my colleagues believe that this can lead to more vital, more sustainable organizations. Our study is grounded, as in Ludovica's case, in the job demands resources theory by Prof. Arnold Bakker, which suggests that personal and job resources, such as, for example, autonomy or support by colleagues and meaning, are key to motivation and well-being at work. We focus in particular on one proactive behavior, that is prosocial job crafting. Prosocial job crafting refers to employees that intentionally modify their tasks or interactions to positively impact others, whether that means helping a colleague or improving customer service or maybe redesigning a process to align more with their values. But what drives this behavior? We argue that I'm talking of me and other people because I'm working with my colleagues at this work, my PhD colleagues. We argue that empowering leadership plays a crucial role. Leaders who provide autonomy, who express confidence in their team and invite participation in decision making are more likely to spark prosocial job crafting. And when employees engage in this action, they tend to experience a stronger sense of purpose, psychologically safety, safety, and also flourishing. To explore this, we are currently conducting a 5 days daily diary study with employees from cooperative banks in southern Italy. And every day of these 5 days, working week, participants report on their perception about leadership, about their levels of autonomy and voice, their prosocial behaviors, and how meaningful and energizing their day has been. So this method allows us to see how these dynamics unfold in real time, not just as static perceptions, but as daily lived experiences. Data collection is still ongoing, but we have through exploratory interviews, we have some initial observations suggest a promising pattern. So on days when employees feel empowered by their leaders, they are more likely to craft their jobs in ways that help others. And those are also the days when they report higher engagement, stronger motivation, and greater personal well-being. So leadership has, in this case, a ripple effect. It doesn't just affect task performance, but it shapes the climate, influencing how people feel, how people behave, and how people connect with their work. And flourishing in this sense becomes a shared experience that reinforces vitality at both the individual and the organizational level. So what we can take from these as young leaders? First of all, that leadership is not about being at the center, but leadership is about activating others. And second, that the second observation is that the small daily actions, for example, encouraging input, recognizing initiatives, or giving space to creativity, can have a big effect on how people feel and how people perform. And third, that prosociality is not just an ethic value, but we can consider it a strategic advantage. It contributes to engagement, to collaboration, and also to sustainability. In conclusion, we believe that our organizations need leaders who cultivate environments where people can not only perform but also flourish. Leaders who foster autonomy and trust, who encourage meaning, who empower their teams to act for the greater good. I want to thank you for your attention and for listening my speech. And here, if you want, you can find my contacts. I don't know if there are some questions or some suggestions.
Thank you very much, Viviana, in your presentation. Good luck in your PhD.
Thank you.
Any questions? And no. Okay, thank you very much. In the last presentation, Filomena Riemma, your affiliation, University of Naples. Yes, Filomena.
Good afternoon. Sorry, but I don't have the voice.
Yes, we see you.
Yes, but
Please put your presentation.
I don't know if you listen me, but today
Okay,
I
yes,
have
okay.
noise. Sorry.
Okay, we should have, okay, we should have. Thank you very much. And any questions for presentation, maybe professor, maybe to Viviana and Ludovica, dear students? No questions. Okay. Now continue in this section, because in this section, in the English language, we continue in the Polish language in the university in center to Warsaw. Thank you very much, Professor Chang Zhu, in your presentation, and thank you very much, Viviana Columbi Evangelista and Ludovica Del Barone and Filomena Riema in this section, in this presentation. Good luck and see you maybe in the next time. We invite you to Warsaw in Poland, and thank you very much. See you. Thank you very much in your presentation in this section. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good luck.